Today I'm at Universal Studios Orlando, and I'm going to go to Halloween Horror Nights. It's my first time at this event, and I'm excited. Just went to the SeaWorld horror event a couple nights ago. It was really fun, so I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go in and check it out. Should be any minute now. All the people waiting.
Halloween Horror Nights! I am so intrigued to see how you will fare.
They're all ball-headed. They're trying to make me join. All right, so we hightailed it over to Ghostbusters. We're now in line. Line's steady filling in behind us. I think there's gonna be a lot of long waits, so we're gonna try to squeeze as many as we can. We just got out of the Ghostbusters house. They didn't let me record inside. I was all ready to. Wasn't necessarily too scary, but really good props, really good effects. I enjoyed it a lot. So it's unfortunate we won't be able to film in any of the houses. Most of the Ghostbusters house was all the new movie, but then I was surprised that Vigo popped up. It actually scared me pretty good. I didn't expect Vigo from Ghostbusters 2 to be in this house. They got a really nicely themed Ghostbusters food stand. Well, it kind of looks like the house, the Ghostbuster house. You got Ivan's Deli and Grocery. Here's the mini Stay Puft s'mores, $6.99. We're going to give those a try. Here it is. Daniel bought it, so he's going to have to tell us how delicious it is. He's going to try it out. Let's see what he thinks.
It was good. Could have been a little warmer. The chocolate's not real melted.
Oh, is it cold?
But the cracker was crispy. And the marshmallow was good and toasted.
My first reaction walking through the scare zones at Universal, there's a lot more people walking around, so you don't get to interact with the scare actors near as much. I haven't been to this park in 15, 20 years. So this wasn't here. Krusty Land, none of the Simpsons stuff was here. That was the Back to the Future ride. That was my favorite ride. One of my favorite movies. Slaughter Cinema 2. All right, well, I'm gonna go through this maze. Since I can't carry the camera with me, I'll have to tell you what I thought afterwards. I'll see you in just a minute. It's another good house, a lot of good scares. One thing that I've realized, I've only been through 2 houses so far. In SeaWorld, they'd leave like a 30-second gap in between. They'd run a few people through and then start a 30-second timer and then run the next few people through. Here, they're just steady running people through. So I tried to lay back because it's not as scary if you're not in the room by yourself. If you're just walking through a line with other people, it's not near as scary. So I tried to stand back, and the employee came out and was like, move along, fill the gaps. So that's not near as good. I know they have a lot more people here they have to move through, so it does make sense, but it's not near as good. So far, SeaWorld is definitely a much better experience. Their Howl-O-Scream. I forgot to mention in that last house, one of the scare actors came out with a sword and hit me on accident. And afterwards, you could see him, he was like he had a mask on, but he was like, oh, so sorry kind of situation. I gave him a thumbs up, and he gave me a thumbs up back, and then he went off to scare the next person. All right, we're gonna head into Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. Let's go check it out. I'll let you know how it turns out. Just got out of Eternal Monsters. Had some pretty good scares in there. We were able to hold back a little bit, and they jumped out at us a little bit more. I think that's the trick when they let you. Just slow down, and you get more scares. Pretty good. Now off to the next one. Next one, Goblin's Feast. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, that one was fun. A lot of really good theming. I like the goblins. One thing I've noticed about Universal over SeaWorld is there's not quite as many scares, but there's definitely a lot of theming. At first I was a little disappointed. I was expecting something different, but now that I know what to expect, it's not too bad. Going back to Diagon Alley. I've never been here before. I thought there were going to be scare actors, but I don't see anything. Oh, this is awesome. Look, this is cool. Did he shoot fire? Did he shoot fire?
He does. I don't know if they're doing it tonight or...
This is the Wizarding Wireless Network. Diagon Alley, London.
Alright, that last scare zone was pretty good. It actually gave me a few scares. So far it seems like the scare zones get you more than in the houses. Triplets of Terror. Let's go check it out. We're right here by the old firehouse, the Ghostbusters firehouse, and the public library. They have HHN 33 and some symbols. So that was Triplets of Terror. That was actually probably one of the better ones so far. Had some really good scares. People in front of us had like 10 kids with them, which isn't the fault of Universal, but there was like 10 kids in there and they were pointing out all the scare actors. So that wasn't the best, but it was definitely a good house. I'd say that's one of the best ones so far. And it was only like 15-minute wait, which was definitely a plus. All right, let's head to the next one.
We've come back to
This is the bridge
Insidious.
that the Harry Potter tram takes. You normally can't see this. All right, next we're gonna do Monstrous, the Monsters of Latin America. Let's go check it out. All right, that one was good. They got me a good few times on that in that one. I don't know if it's getting later in the night. It's 12:30. Maybe I'm just getting tired and more jumpy, but they definitely got me. Or maybe they're getting better in the night. But that was a good one. Best so far, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got the more scares. So as far as scares goes, that's the best one so far.
Yeah, most scares. I still like Ghostbuster better for the production.
Yeah, Ghostbusters is the most fun, but for scares, this is it. What was it called? Los Muertos? What was it called?
Some kind of monsters in Spanish.
Monstrous.
Monsters in Spanish.
Spanish monsters. Very good. I didn't get it on camera. Just a few minutes ago, there was an old lady hobbling towards me, gnawing on a turkey leg. Thought she was a scare actor about to get me, but it was just a regular old lady that happened to be eating a turkey leg and had a limp. So, old people are not scary. Face your fears. Oh, E.T. Completely forgot E.T. was here. Not open right now though. All right, here's a Back to the Future DeLorean. It's not screen used or anything. Oh, here's the time train, right behind it. There, we can see it a little bit better. Screen used, Back to the Future 3 time train. Next up, the museum deadly exhibit. Let's go check it out. This one, we're walking through the queue line for the Simpsons ride. And I haven't rode the Simpsons ride, but I rode Back to the Future a lot. I can remember this line very well. Bringing me back to the good old days. Back to good old 1955.
Because I was so busy laughing at that. That I didn't even see him.
That was a good one. There was some good scares in that one too. The guy in front of me looked like Jason Mewes. It scared him so bad he jumped back into me. I yelled "Snoochie Boochies." So Jason Mewes falls into me. I yell "Snoochie Boochies." Daniel starts laughing so hard at it. And then the scare actor gets him. Oh, this is a fun one.
That was the only time so far this week where I've actually had one make me jump backward. It distracted me, just too cheap.
That was a good one. Oh, next stop, Major Sweets Candy Factory. Candy Factory, that one was pretty fun. Had good theming, a few good jump scares. I wouldn't call it the best one of the night, but it was definitely a good one. Off to the next one. The moon has a nice big halo around it, which is pretty cool, kind of adding to the spookiness. Next stop, A Quiet Place. Says 50-minute wait. Right now it's 10 after 1. So if that's accurate, this will be our last one of the night. All we have is this in Insidious. So maybe if the time's not accurate, we can get them both. If not, this will be it. Let's go in and check it out. All right, that was good. Really good theming. I had just watched The Quiet Place for the first time like a week or two ago. I'd never seen it. The theming is really good. Didn't have a whole lot of jump scares, which is fine because the theming was really good. The time is 1:43. Let's see if we have time to run over to the very last maze, Insidious. Last maze of the night, Insidious, the further. Says 90-minute wait, it's 1:45. All right, it's 5 after 2, they are closed. Still all of this line. Nobody else is rolling in. But then we go around the corner and there's a whole nother section. But it's moving fast. So hopefully these people won't have to work too late. That one was really good. That was a really good house. I was afraid that the scare actors were going to have to go home, but everybody was there. Everybody, that's hot. Everybody stayed late. They still was scaring. They got a few good screams out of me. So overall, a really good house. They are completely closed, so I might have to leave the park. That's it for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Florida. It was a really good event. Night before last, I went to SeaWorld's Halloween event. Between the two, I would say that SeaWorld was better, but Universal was really good. It's definitely a not miss. We did end up doing all 10 houses. It's possible to do without a front of the line pass, but it was tough. It was running from one place to the other. Didn't take any breaks. Didn't get to see any shows, didn't get any food or anything, just straight from one house to the other. And I still had to stay like 22 minutes late after they closed. Overall, a really good night. I've got some more Halloween stuff coming, so stay tuned. I'll see you next time.